on trains. Trains are propulsive, gushing steam.
Good evening and welcome those to this special meeting that no one is here for the Board of Adjustments on Monday, July 21st. I guess the first order of business is to approve. Does it matter whether we approve the minutes or the criteria first?
Nope.
Do we have to do them separately?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Joe, I'd move approval of the minutes of the July 16th, 2014 with one correction.
Okay.
On the second page there, when talking about Evan moved to recommend, it says Holmes moved to recommend to the County Zoning Commission. I would recommend a change that recommend to Latah County because it didn't go to the Zoning Commission, it went directly to the commissioners.
Okay. Is that the only correction you had?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have any? Nope. I had a Scribner on the first page, about two-thirds of the way down, the paragraph that starts, Comstock supported the request on the third line under buffer. There should be buffer the view. The is missing. And then on the last paragraph, it says possibly even creating a takings situation for that property owner if they were unable to do something. That's kind of implying the applicant rather than the adjacent property owner. So that, I think, is referring to the wrong
Which one are you on,
person.
Joe?
It's the very last sentence on page 1 of 2.
Okay.
Where it says situation for that property owner. I think what we're referring to is for that adjacent property owner, a takings. We should just clarify that it's that. And the only other thing that I noticed, and it may have just have been a procedural thing, on page 2 of 2, in the first paragraph, it mentions not confirmed, which was referring to Mari. She never actually got up and publicly said who she was and what she was doing, so I'm wondering if the minutes should reflect who she is, because there's nothing else in there that would direct anybody reading these as to who not was.
And perhaps say associate planner, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Other than she's listed as being in attendance, but
Right.
But yeah, we can do that.
Because no one actually spoke as
Yeah.
part of the record.
Yeah.
Marshall, I just wanted to confirm. I did check with Mari, and she said it was the Latah County Zoning Commission that the recommendation goes to. Are you saying it's something different?
Yeah, to fast track it, it can either go to the zoning commission and then to the commissioners, or it can go directly to the commissioners. And it went to the commissioners this morning. The zoning commission didn't even see it.
Okay.
How did they review it without listing them?
They had it.
I sent her the draft, but
They had the draft. You sent them the draft. So I know, but
guess they
they
can
were
do
fast
that.
tracking it because
Yeah.
otherwise it'll be another week.
There's a horse, there's a cart. We'll get there.
Oh, because they met today. I see.
Yeah.
Well, I'll second Marshall's motion with those changes.
Maybe I need to amend my motion to include the changes that. Do I need to amend it to include the changes that you?
Well, if you,
We were actually still discussing it.
Oh yeah, we didn't have a second yet. So.
Right.
Okay.
well, I'm assuming that those changes everybody's fine with, and if everybody's fine with, myself included, I'll second that motion.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It is approved unanimously with 4 ayes. Now to the relevant criteria. Before we get a motion and a second, which is obviously inevitable, does anybody have any corrections or suggestions? Comments? Okay, I'll start. Under number 5, after the bold print, it starts no, comma, and I think no just needs to go away. So allowing the detached accessory structure to be located and carry on. And then the only other comment in it, I'm not sure how relevant everyone else will think this is, but under item 2, the end of that last sentence says, "and the fact that the house is already using the majority of available building space." I'm not sure that's the best wording. I know we had talked about the house took up a considerable amount of space central to the location in the areas that have the lower topography, but I don't want anybody to imply that that building, the house structure, takes up a large square footage of the buildable property lot, because that's really not the case there. There's plenty of buildable space by code. It just, that...
So something to the extent of the house is using the majority of the flat.
Yeah, the house is centrally located on
the
topography that would be conducive to putting another structure.
How about the house is using a portion of the level topography?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are my only 2 comments.
With that, I move that we approve it.
We have a motion.
Is that a second?
We have a motion. We have a second.
With the suggested changes from Joe?
The 2 suggested changes? All right. We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion approves unanimously with 4 ayes. I guess any other communications?
Nope.
Okay, I have a clarification. I have written in my day planner that we had a meeting on the 23rd, but we do not have another meeting until the 30th. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
That was my understanding as well.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Good evening.